Alright everyone, I'm back, and now we're going to look at the enemy within. On Stardate 1672.1, the Federation starship USS Enterprise is on a geological exploration of the planet Alpha 177. Geologist Fisher is injured after a fall and is transported aboard the Enterprise, though Chief Engineer Scott has some trouble with the transporter. The transport equipment appears to be fine, but he notices some magnetic dust from ore samples covering Fisher's uniform that may have interfered with the transport, and the uniform is decontaminated. Later, Captain Kirk transports back to the ship. The transport apparently works correctly, but Kirk experiences some disorientation as Scott escorts Kirk out of the transporter room. They are unaware when the transport activates a second time, materializing in a second version of Kirk, which behaves more maliciously than his counterpart. This evil Kirk begins to wander the ship, and those he encounters are confused by his behavior but assume he is the real captain. Scott assists in being a dog-like animal specimen from the planet. He and the others are surprised when two identical creatures materialize, one completely docile and the other vicious. Scott surmises that the ore dust has caused the transport to split the personalities of those they beamed up, creating good and evil counterpart. Scott reports this to Mr. Spock and then orders the transporters taken out of service to investigate, stranding the landing party on the planet as the bitterly cold night sets in. Elsewhere on the ship, the good Kirk begins to feel uncertain and is unable to make decisions that could affect the safety of the ship and crew. Meanwhile, the evil Kirk, in a drunken state, attempts to assault Yeoman Janice Rand, but she manages to scratch his face with her fingernails. When she tries to escape and gain help from a security officer, this Kirk attacks the officer and knocks him out. Rand is able to report the incident to the bridge, and the good Kirk, with Spock's help, orders security to try to capture the evil Kirk, recognizable due to the scratches on his cheek, but not to harm him. The evil Kirk hears this announcement and finds makeup to mask his injury, while securing a phaser from another security officer before going into hiding engineering. The good Kirk considers what his evil self would do, and correctly locates the other Kirk. Though there is a brief scuffle, Spock is able to disable the evil Kirk with a Vulcan nerve pinch. Spock recognizes both Kirks are suffering fatigue, and they must find a way to reverse the transporter accident, not only to save Kirk, but also the landing party stranded on the planet. Spock and Scott attempt to use power from the ship's impulse drive to reverse the transporter on the dog-like specimen. While the two beings are rejoined as one, the creature dies from the stress. The two continue to work on making sure Kirk will not suffer the same fate. In sickbay, where both Kirks wait, the evil Kirk appeals to the good Kirk's compassion to release his bonds, allowing him to overpower his other self and escape to the bridge. There, he orders the crew to leave orbit, telling the navigator that the landing party cannot be saved. The good Kirk and Spock race to the bridge before the evil Kirk's orders carried out, where the two Kirks face off. The evil Kirk falters for weakness, and the good Kirk uses the opportunity to rush him to the transporter room and orders Scott to attempt the reversal process again, despite not having tested their improvements fully. Distressed, the evil Kirk begs for mercy, claiming he only wants to live, to which the good Kirk reassuringly replies that they will both live on as parts of each other. The process is completed successfully, with Kirk rejoined as one being. The sense of command restored, Kirk quickly orders the landing party beamed up, where they are found to be safe despite the cold. Kirk gives Spock his thanks from both of us. Yeesh, a lot of stuff going on in that episode, huh? I mean, two Kirks, one evil, one good. It's a concept that hasn't been explored in later Star Trek, but still, it's pretty damn good. And so I give The Enemy Within 5 warp cores out of 5. Well, join me for the next video I'll be doing for today, Mud's Women. Should be pretty interesting. So, until then, live long and prosper, everybody.